There we go. This just in, breaking news. Good morning. How are you doing? So good to see you here. If this is your first time to catch one of my live broadcasts, is live video even a thing anymore? Is that a thing? Um, anyway, see you mug, whatever your favorite is. I'm showing you yet another mug from my Christmas collection. It's got a beautiful tree on this side, and it's got beautiful ornaments on this side. Can you see that? Looking pretty fetching there, isn't it? All right, I am going to check a couple of settings here on my computer um, to help improve broadcast quality. So thank you for bearing with me. How you doing this fabulous morning? I'm going to give folks just a few minutes to join because with Facebook and the way these platforms are working now, it takes a few minutes for people to know that I'm actually live streaming. So again, as I mentioned, and hopefully these things will pop up now on the screen, it's lagging a little bit this morning. My captions. So if this is your first time to catch me live and you're still with me, thank you for hanging on. My name is Ronnie Harden. By trade, I'm an editor, I'm a content writer, I'm a writing coach. I love helping people polish and craft their stories so they can eventually see them published out there in the real world. And I go live right here on my page and also on YouTube every Wednesday morning, sharing a little bit about the writing world, answering your writing questions, and sharing some little tidbits and some fun wordly things that are kind of relevant to what's going on today. Anyway, if you're here joining me live, good morning. It's good to see you. Good morning. The video is frozen. Wow. Okay. Let me check that then, Mark. Um, right. Let's see what we got going here. Oh, look at there. Ta-da! We're back. Here we are. So if you are with me still on this broadcast, boy, is this going to be an edited uh, thing that we're going to have to fix here. Good morning, everyone. How are you? If this is the got it, great. If this is the first time for you to catch me, normally I'm not having these kinds of technical difficulties in this extreme, but here we are, and it's the holidays, guys, right? Well, anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about because now I have to do it in a shorter period of time. But if this is your first time to catch me live, welcome. Normally, I go live at 8 a.m. Central Time right here on my page and also on YouTube. And what I do is I share with you a little bit about what's going on in the writing world. Sometimes I share new books, I give you new book recommendations. We talk about books. I share some fun, wordly things that might encourage you as you go about your writing. Yes, maybe you have a story you've written. Maybe you're writing something for your teams and you want to communicate effectively. That's what I'm here to help you do. So, I'm here every Wednesday morning, what I call Writers Wednesday, to encourage you about writing and telling your story. So, again, I'm working on my story. I'm working on a book, and we just finished the month of NaNoWriMo in November, where I encouraged you to join me in a writing um, discipline for 30 days, for the 30 days of November. 30 days, yes. And we wrote every day. And so I wrote 30 days of content that's going to go to my new book, where I am telling all the stories about all the mugs that I have in my coffee cup collection, which is over 180 books. I mean, not books, but coffee mugs right now. And so this holiday season, I'm sharing some of my Christmas mugs. And again, this one has beautiful Christmas tree on this side, and then some beautiful ornaments on this side. And I just love finding beautiful, festive mugs, right? Because they make us think about the season of joy that we're in. Last Sunday of Advent was the Advent Sunday of joy. But what does that mean, especially in our world today? By the way, how are your holiday plans going? Is everything kind of, are you one of those people that you're organized? This year we did a great job in making sure we had most of our gifts, a bulk of our gifts purchased before Thanksgiving, because it's just making this month so much easier. We're able to we started after Thanksgiving, we started wrapping our presents and getting things organized because we're traveling for the holidays. So I'm leaving on the 18th, driving to Tennessee. Michael is flying out on Tuesday, and he will fly to Tennessee, to Nashville, and then we will spend Christmas there with our kids, and then come home, drive back home on the 27th. So here I am. I'm going to be in the car, loaded up like with Santa's sled with all his presents, and we're going to be going to Tennessee, and then Santa will arrive next week. By the way, my husband yesterday, um, we had a little Christmas party for all of the wee ones, the little ones in our family, our nieces and nephews, family members. They are and their friends have all had children, and most of them are all under the age of 5. So we got together yesterday, and what turned into was going to be a family photo shoot with my husband dressing up as Santa, turned into Santa Land at my brother and sister-in-law's house with all the wee bairns that came over, and no tears, no screaming, no scared children, and they had a blast and got their pictures taken with my husband dressed up as Santa. Oh, he was delightful. Can't wait to share some with you. But yeah, so that was fun. That was something fun that we did for the holiday season. And so all of our family is traveling. My brother and sister-in-law are going some with their kids away for Christmas. So it makes us kind of have to get together earlier, right? It puts a timetable on our holidays. And I don't know about you, I want to rest and relax. I want to enjoy the holiday season and I want to have joy. So, here's my question for you. What are tidings of joy? You know the song, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen? God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power if we have gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. What is a tiding? What is a tiding? Have you ever thought about that? The actual definition for tidings is a piece of news or a piece of information that's being brought to someone. So, tidings of comfort and joy, tidings, news bulletins, if you will, breaking news announcements. Hey, this just in, right? Things that we share on social media, little bits of information that we are sharing with folks. Those are tidings. Are your tidings filled with comfort and joy? Or are they riddled with, antagonistic complaints about what's going on in our world? Are you encouraging and edifying people, or are you pissing them off? Right? What are your tidings? And so I thought about that. I thought about the word tidings. Do we ever use the word tidings any other time of the year? Right? We only hear certain words during the Christmas holiday season. We don't even use them any other month. We don't say tidings of comfort and joy any other time of the year except for Christmas. And yet, we get all kinds of tidings during the year. Some of them are not tidings of comfort and joy. In fact, today marks the 10th anniversary of the Sandy Hook school shooting. 10 years. I'm sure that is not a tiding of comfort and joy that our president wanted to receive, that those parents wanted to receive, that our nation wanted to receive, right? And right now, there's a lot of tidings going on that do not necessarily bring us comfort and joy. However, because of the beautiful songs that are written that were written for the Christmas season, celebrating some beautiful, beautiful music that we get to listen to. Somebody wrote that. Somebody shared their words in lyrical form and put it to music and gave us some beautiful songs, right? So that's what we talk about when we talk about tidings, and we think about words. And went along with that and even went a little further. And I did some research. I looked up. And here is a list that I found: 15 long lost words that have to do with Christmas. And I thought some of these are pretty interesting. Um, so here's a fun word. I'm going to type these in the captions so that you can maybe write these down, see what you think. But here's a fun word: ningwid. Ningwid, right? So the word is derived from Latin. A landscape that is ningwid is snow covered. And if that's what your walk to work looks like over this festive period, you might also need to know that to meggle, Meggle, is to trudge laboriously through the snow. So, how about that? Ningwid, and here's the next word, and meggle. And these are old words that were once used that are no longer used, that have to do with the winter or the holiday season. So there's Ningwid, and here is Meggle. So if you're a Harry Potter reader, think Muggle, but with an E. But Meggle is to trudge laboriously through the snow. How about that? Isn't that a fun word? All kinds of fun words. Words like crump, the crunching sound that you make while walking on partially frozen snow. That's called crumping. Another word for our festive holiday period, we know that Yule comes from the Old English Yule, which is an ancient Scandinavian word for a series of year-end festivals that the Scandinavian people would celebrate. So a Yule shard, okay, also called a Yule jade, is someone who leaves a lot of work still to be done on Christmas Eve. A Yule shard is someone who leaves a lot of work to be done on Christmas Eve night. I'm not going to be a Yule shard. Promise not to be a Yule shard. We are having everything done so Christmas Eve night we can sit down with our kids and enjoy Christmas Eve dinner and have a wonderful time and celebrate the holiday season, right? Following in that tradition of the word Yule, there's Yule Hole. Yule hole. This is the hole that you need to move your belt to after you've eaten a lot of food. Is the Yule hole on your belt? Isn't that great? Um, Doniferous. If you're doniferous, then you are carrying a present. You are bringing a tiding of comfort and joy to someone. The act of offering a present is called oblation, which originally was, and in some contexts still is, a religious term referring specifically to the presentation of money or the donation of goods to the church, an oblation. But since the 15th century, it's been used more loosely to refer to the act of offering or presenting any gift or donation, especially some kind of gratuity. When you are thinking about being out in this Christmas season, whether you're out eating with your family or you're going to the store doing things, think about those people that are working. When things come up on these screens now and they turn around and there's a tip there, I know you feel kind of irritated for having to, tip someone for a to go order. But when I think about those kids that are standing behind those registers and they are learning customer service, they're learning how to interact with people, and they're just trying to do a job, especially over the holiday season. Let's bring them a little tiding of comfort and joy. Let's remember them when we are giving out of what we have and sharing with others. Doesn't matter if you have $100 or $10. When you at least make the effort, that's what it's called. You are doniferous. So remember that. Fun words that have to do with the Christmas holiday season. Now, here's another fun thing that I discovered that I thought would be fun to do, fun to try. Um, and I love word games. So here's a little something that I created. Actually, my daughter created for me. But I have a little something that I want to share with you. Let's see. When you lived at your dad's farm years ago, you came home from work in a blizzard. Your car got stuck in the driveway near the road, and you had to meagle your way to the house about a quarter of a mile. Excellent use of that word in sentence. I love that. And you know what, Victoria? That sounds like an opening to a scene that you could write. I stories that are set in places like that where you're in the snow and you would have to describe what that was like. We all know what it's like. We've had car trouble. We've maybe been stuck somewhere, but in a blizzard, oh my goodness. So yes, love that you used that word that way. It was perfect. So see, learning new holiday words is fun. You learn them, you expand your vocabulary, and you also get to use them in a sentence, just like Victoria did right there. That is so fun. So fun. That was great. Well, here's a little game that I shared. I shared this with my book club last night, and now I'm going to share it with you. But here's a fun little game that if you've got a family gathering coming up, you want to bring some kind of little icebreaker, to a Christmas party or some kind of party that you're having at work. You can. I'm going to share this with you all, but take this list. Right there's 26 spaces there. You could probably think of more, but using each letter in the word Christmas only once. And you notice there are two S's, so that makes it nice because you can use both S's in the same word. Come up with as many different words as you can using letters in Christmas. Now, here's here's the possibilities. There are over 300 words that you can make using these letters. Now, I see a couple just right off the bat. I see shirt, trims, um, chart, charm. One of the ladies in our book club, she came up with charisma. How about that? Right? So these are all little words within a word. How fun is that? So that could be something that you could take. So if you want a copy of this game, let me know. I'll make it available to you. Yes, as we meggled, the air was so still it was easy to hear the crumping of my steps. Mark, that's great. Right. You use two new vocabulary words. How fun. So, guys, take that. Take that out today. Share that with someone. And I'll be sharing more words here this coming week as we count down the days to Christmas, guys, because we still have a little over a week. Wasn't that great? That was fantastic. Yeah, I love that, Mark. So, again, learning new words. So, I'll be sharing those words. I'll be sharing more about words with you. And I hope to share encouragement to let you know that there are words inside of you that are just waiting to come out. And just like Victoria and Mark showed right here on the live broadcast, how you can use those words to spark your creativity. That's what I'm here to help you do. So if you want to learn how to do that, you want to do more with that, maybe we could all get on a writing workshop online and work on practicing using our words creatively and coming up with some interesting scenes, perhaps something that you would like to write, develop into something more. So, if you want to get this game, if you want to ask me questions about writing, if you have some ideas for writing that you would like to sort of flesh out and see how you could get those in process or in motion, let me know. I love to help authors and aspiring writers. I mean, you're already doing it. If you're on social media and you're using social media, you are writing. You're just throwing things out there every day to post. Now, let's put some intention behind what you're creating. Let's create a little project, something that you can be working on and developing and using your creative words and new words that you're going to learn and putting them into something fun, just like Victoria and Mark did. All right. So let me know. RoneHarden.com/contact. You can also join and be a part of our book club. As I was mentioning last night, we had a wonderful year end Christmas party. I just love the ladies in our group. They're just so affirming and so encouraging. And it's not just, it doesn't have to be ladies. We invite readers of all ages and all types. So we would love to have you. If you love reading good books, we have knocked out 20 books in the last year and a half. We are so excited. I can't wait to share more about what I'm going to do. I shared just a little preview of some books we're going to do, but I'm also suggesting additional books for book club. So ones that will be topical in mind or anything, but one will be a book that we will read and discuss together. The other will be a recommendation of an additional reading for that month. So if you would like to get in on that, let me know. Join the Page Turners Book Club. You can find the little block that you can tick right here at RoneHarden.com/contact. That's how you get a hold of me. Let me know how I can help you have some fun like this with words. And guys, we're going to get together next week because it's happening next week. I mean, it's the big day. How you doing? Are you ready? I think we're 10 days away. Are we 10 days away from Christmas Eve and 11 days from Christmas Day. Tidings of comfort and joy. Bring some comfort and joy into someone's day today. You've brought some into my life just by weathering through the technical difficulties alone at the beginning of this video. And if you're watching via replay and you're still here, I love you. I'm going to hopefully try to edit this down and put a better version out there so people can see it. But thank you for being here live. Join me next week where we'll play some more holiday wordly games. Have a fantastic day.